For those who know, football prizes to give away. Guess the voice and come and play. Grab your brew, don't miss the flow on the Kev Paul Breakfast Show.
Good morning, Vietnam!
Good morning indeed. I've lost track of days. What is it? Is it Thursday today, isn't it? Thursday the 16th of July. And happy birthday to my grandson, Michael, who turns 4 today. Good morning, everyone. Who we got in the chat this morning? We've got Mikey, we've got Sam, we've got Chesney, Craig, Kaz, Sandra, Pinky, and a lot more. Good morning to you all too. Morning, Kev.
Good morning, mate.
How you feeling?
Good. I'm a bit hot, but apart from that, I'm fine. Thank you very much. How are you? How's your back?
Much better, thank you. And cheers for all the messages yesterday from everyone. That meant a lot. Yeah, I overdone it over the last few days doing the shed. Woke up yesterday and I could barely move. My spine had just seized up. So good to be back in the hot seat. But sadly, after yesterday's performance, I wonder what the topic's going to be. Go on, what's your views on it, Kev? Obviously, I weren't with you last night for the watch-along.
No.
First half for me, pretty impressed. I thought we held our own, got that goal in the early second half, and then what? It just all went tits up, didn't it? We sat on the back foot, invited it on, and got what we deserved, I feel.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, mate. I thought we controlled Argentina pretty well in the first half, stopped them really doing anything. Messi was nowhere. Didn't really cause too many problems. You know, defence did well. Pickford didn't really have much to do in the first half. Second half comes out. Obviously, we were expecting a little bit better, maybe a little bit more going forward.
Yeah.
We got the goal. It was a good goal. It was a great crossing by Morgan Rogers. Gordon took it well. And then we just sat back.
Capitulated very quickly, didn't it?
Yeah. Do you know what? And I know we'll have sort of discussions with various other people.
Yeah.
That come
It's going to
on.
be a good show.
But for me, this is Tuchel's fault. If he's telling them, certainly from, let's say, the second hydration break, now we need to defend our lead, that for me was wrong.
Has he followed in the same footsteps for you as Southgate?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I felt.
Absolutely. It just mirrored exactly what Southgate would do. We looked better going forward than we did defending. And then he makes the defending substitutions and takes off attacking players, which means that we couldn't even break away if we wanted to.
Yeah.
You know, on a counter-attack.
Yeah, we left ourselves too short at the back, going forward then, didn't we?
Yeah, and then what happens? The last 5 minutes, he throws the kitchen sink at it and brings on Rashford. And Tony. No, and I was speaking to Mikey last night because he popped into the live.
Yeah.
And I said what before all this sort of what we need to refresh the wings.
Yeah.
Because that's where we were getting the most freedom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With Gordon down that left.
Rogers seemed to be doing all right down the right. Yeah, I was impressed with him.
Yeah, and he didn't do that.
No.
He didn't refresh that wing. And how did he refresh that wing? We maybe could have got a second.
I don't let England let me get too emotional about them these days. I'm getting too old in it for the heartbreak. But I've been like this for about a decade now. But what really, really annoyed me, it's almost like he hadn't bothered watching the Egypt game when they played them and hadn't learned anything from that. Look how quickly they got back in that game. If you invite them on, they will punish you. There's so much talent in that squad.
And you would have thought he would have learned from that by watching that game.
Yeah. That was the most annoying thing for me. But briefly, for a smaller moment in time, we were in a World Cup final. And it just wasn't to be yet again. Cheers, Vortex. Thank you, mate. So, it's just been announced Tuchel is staying in England. Yeah, they're not going to get rid of him off of the back of that, are they? I mean, there's not many England managers out there that have got England to a semi-final. So, you do have to find the small bits in a bigger story. So, I think he'll go again.
I think for me, I expected England to be knocked out of the quarterfinals.
Yeah, I mean, I went into this with not much hope at all, if I'm honest.
So I think getting to the semi-final and nearly getting to the final is a bit of a bonus, but they could have got to the final.
Yeah.
Whether they would have won it, who knows? Playing a decent Spain team, but they messed it up themselves. To be honest with you, sorry, mate. I think some onus has to be on the players to understand and see what was happening on the pitch. That all they were doing was under the cosh constantly for the last 30 minutes, 25 minutes of the game. Even if Tuchel was said we need to defend that lead, somebody came, Bellingham, somebody should have gone, do you know what? This ain't working. Let's go in and press them a little bit more, press them a bit higher, not drop back so deep.
Yeah.
And they didn't do that either. So,
Are these players waking up this morning, Kev, feeling a little bit like regretful for how they've played that second half?
Probably. Yeah, I would be. If I was in that team and playing in a defensive state of mind. And again, this falls back to Tuchel and what he has said to the team either at half-time or at the hydration break in the second half. If he has said, let's we need to defend this lead. Yeah. I would be going, if only we had attacked them a little bit more.
That's all I can feel today, is why did we step off? We had the upper hand, scored a great goal. Yeah. It would have had them on the back foot if we'd kept going, pressurising them. But once we invited them on, they closed us down very quick. They had us pinned back. And how many balls come in from the right-hand side from either Messi or the other guy who plays out on that side? And we just didn't... We kept going into the centre of the box to defend balls coming in. But why didn't we stop the supply out on the right? 80% of those balls come in from the 8. And look, once he delivered that one for the second goal, it was a great header, great goal. It's our own fault. Yeah. It is our own fault. Good morning, Nathaniel from Ghana. Welcome to the show, mate. So, it's going to be a great phone-in today. A lot of people in the queue already. I am going to pick and choose as I bring people up to keep the flow of the show going. When you come on, please don't swear, because I want to be able to post this without editing it on YouTube. So keep that in mind as well. And if we're ready, we'll get underway. It is the 5-minute phone-in time. I'm not sure whether we'll get a chance to do Guess the Voice today. We'll see how it goes. And up first, we've got Big T.
The Kev Paul Breakfast Show, 5-minute phone-in.
Good morning, Big T. How you feeling this morning?
Honestly, I feel absolutely good. Good morning. I don't know. Can you guys see me? I'm not too sure if my lens is a little bit foggy. Hold on.
I hope you're cleaning out of your finger. Cheers.
Oh yeah. No. Okay. So you know what? First of all, congratulations to Argentina. You kind of look at the game, and you know what? I mean, I have to echo exactly what you guys have said. King Kev has kind of summed it up really. When you are looking to like defend deep, especially with the players that we have in the offensive third, we all know that Kane doesn't have the pace to like break lines, and you don't put on another defender if you're defending deep. You put on another midfielder to suffocate the space. And exactly what you said, Paul. 90% of 80-90% of the play from Argentina came down our right in the second half. And Jed Spence, I mean, there's only so much that he can do. He was being doubled up, and if the balls come into the box, then it's a kind of 60-40 chance, depending on how the kind of I'd say pendulum is swinging. Yes, you have to look at Tuchel and say that he got it wrong. Bellingham wasn't really in the game. I can't remember Kane having a shot on target.
Very poor.
Yeah. It's really, really, really painful. Because I just felt Argentina were there for the taking, especially again going up. And you were like hearing it from from like most of the players saying that we like should have been on the front foot after we scored. But no, listen. Again, Messi has just proved to me again how magical he is. I mean, there was a phase of play where he just glided past Gordon as if he wasn't there. And I'm thinking, this guy is 40 years old and he's just gone past someone as if it was just magical to watch. I do feel slightly sorry for Kobe Mainu as well, in terms of the changes that we made. Again, there's a kind of conversation to be had. Do you think Tuchel trusted every single player in the squad? We don't really know exactly what went on. Saka wasn't fully fit, and again, for him not taking part in yesterday's game, is there something to say? We should have taken someone else that was fit rather than trying to gamble on someone who's who has struggled even for Arsenal. But listen, I mean, I am gutted. I think literally more so. I don't know if you guys heard, but I think Micah Richards' dad passed away.
Just before he went on air,
before the game. Yeah, and again, I'm kind of still going to relate to football. I mean, as we get older, you actually realize the people around you who literally love football, they are also getting older. And literally, I've realized that the people who I talk a lot about football, really kind of close friends and like family, it could be for me the last time I see them at a World Cup in terms of my friends and family. So literally, this has hit me slightly differently than just England losing. It's a kind of realization that when we kind of talk about in my lifetime, no one's going to see England do this or whatnot. Like people are going to pass away that I love and like care for, that won't see the like progression. And we have progressed as well. We have progressed. I still want Tuchel there. I think the only manager that I would want would be Pep. If like Pep wanted it today, I would say let's kind of bite the bullet and let you bring him in. But yeah, I mean, I think Tuchel deserves at least another crack.
2 quick questions for you before you go then. 1, what would Pep bring that Tuchel doesn't? And 2, who is your England player of the tournament?
I think Pep will actually bring an aura to this England team in these type of pressurized moments. We all know that like the kind of team has their kind of mentality and like discipline, which is kind of great. But literally, when it kind of comes to playing the likes of Argentina, France, Spain, you have to really believe that you can beat them. And literally at this present moment, I just don't think. I mean, there's probably maybe like the Judes of the world and possibly like the Harry Kanes that can say, what, I believe that we can beat anyone, but the rest of them, I'm not too sure. Player of the tournament for me, Jude Bellingham has kind of proved to a lot of people that in tournament football, he's like someone that we can rely on. Yes, I take it for granted 100% he didn't play well yesterday. And you know what? I'm going to keep my energy exactly the same. If, not if, like he kind of slapped an Argentinian player at the back of the head. So he should get fined. He should get a red card 100%. So literally, I'm not going to defend anyone that does something like that, English or not, Liverpool or not. But putting that aside, yeah, literally, I've got to say Jude. He was absolutely amazing. And you can tell after like the game, he was close. He was close to tears. But yeah, well done to Argentina. However, I want Spain to absolutely batter them. I'm absolutely sorry. I want Spain to absolutely batter them.
I've got to be
Really,
honest.
truly.
As soon as England go out of a World Cup, I don't want. That's why I'm not good at telling you who's won previous finals, because the minute England's out of it, I lose interest in it. But we have got a third and fourth place playoff to play Saturday. Are we going to beat France?
I mean, but again, it's like, what's the team Tuchel's going to put out there? Is he going to put out the players on the peripheral like Watkins, Tony, Mainu? Will am I literally going to watch the third play? You know what? I will probably watch it, but I just want to see exactly what Tuchel does and literally how the players respond, because it's going to be really, really interesting to see how, especially the English and British press, treat them when they come back. It's kind of all good talking about it now because it's still really, really raw. But I just felt that Argentina was just there for the taking, and I think we just kind of fell for their tactics. And again, I'm not going to call it like the old Southgate syndrome, because I don't think Southgate would have made those subs so early.
Yeah.
But yeah, it did kind of give me those kind of heebie-jeebies from the Euros against Italy. But you know what? I'm still proud of the boys. And
Of course.
And
How many
yeah,
times?
how
many times have we seen England get to a semi-final? Not many.
Not many. Yeah.
We have to be grateful for small things, but we were close this time. Anyway, Big T, thanks for coming on this morning, mate. Pleasure as always.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
Thank you. So yeah, Kev, can we beat France Saturday? No.
No, it doesn't matter what team we put out, we ain't beating them.
No.
I think for France, they're going to be disappointed that they didn't get to the final. I think they'll probably go all out to get at least third place. It's better than fourth. And with the tactics and the players that we've got, no, I just can't see it.
Would you play some of the fringe players of that team in it? Let them get some World Cup experience.
Yeah, you might as well. They've gone over there and trained, and that's it. And then I'd sit on the bench and watch the football unfold. I would be disappointed as a player to go over there not having any game time, and we know it happens. And I'm sure there are players in other teams that haven't had any game time, and they're only there for numbers just in case. But play them. What have you got to lose? Third place, fourth place doesn't really make that much difference. You still haven't won it.
No, very true. Okay, guys, don't forget, come on today, get in the queue for the 5-minute phone in. And remember, if you do get a chance to come up, please don't swear. Let's do another one. Up next is Berman.
The Kev Paul Breakfast Show, 5-minute phone in.
Morning, Berman.
Morning. How are we both doing, gents?
Morning, mate.
I'm okay, mate. I have got a few technical issues on my PC, so you talk and I'll fix that. Here we go. We've got the clock out. I don't know why my mouse has decided to go bizarre. Okay, go on. Give us your thoughts on last night, mate.
Right. So I'll be really honest. It wasn't a full surprise to me. I've come on the show a couple of times and said, if England carry on playing the way that they had been throughout this tournament, getting against a nation with a lot of history in the World Cup and good players, you're going to come undone. And that's exactly what's happened. So on a personal level, I'm kind of glad that my prediction came well. On a footballing level, it was a shame to see this particular England team, because they were quite good, get knocked out. I think it was quite obvious from the start of this game that this was an experienced World Cup winning side versus one that had almost been a bit of rabbit in headlights. Argentina were doing what they culturally do in their football, which is kind of wind you up, consistently doing little niggly fouls, being aggressive, not being really fun to play against, even though England had most of the ball. And then once they started turning the screw, they've got the best player in the history of football on their side. You kind of could see it coming.
Yeah.
I do put this on the feet of Tuchel, and it's why for me Tuchel isn't an elite manager. He's a good manager, perhaps a great one, but not an elite one, because he's left a Scouse lad sat in Madrid, and that would have been the perfect type of defensive substitution to bring in. You know, when you're getting pinned back, you want somebody who can grab the ball, pin it over to one of the more pacey wingers and break out of those situations where you're kind of getting hemmed back. And I think that is something he's going to have to look at in himself and say, can I make amends with some of the more talented players in the country?
Yeah.
I think the other side that is quite obvious is that Kane, Bellingham, sort of the elite current England players, for whatever reason, don't have that mentality to get over the line when it really matters. And I appreciate that Kane is the age of the years, and also Bellingham's quite young, so he at least can still develop into an elite player at this level. But I think the difference is when you get to these finals, when you get to semi-finals, you rely on your big players to turn up, and they couldn't. So for me, it wasn't a massive surprise. Congratulations to Argentina. But yeah, I think the writing was on the wall against Norway, against even DR Congo. If you concede chances and you concede possession, you're going to get punished at this level. And the better the players are, the more likely they are to make it happen. And that's exactly what happened. Messi came up clutch. You just can't do that.
Yeah. Why do you think he thought we could defend against Argentina for well over half an hour?
I think there was
we were bringing on wave and wave of attack from them.
I think there's an element of fear that creeps into England managers where they get into a position that they don't know what to do with because they've never been there before. And that, again, comes from experience. I think there's a lack of trust from Tuchel in his players overall. I didn't feel a great deal of confidence in the players that he had because he never brought them on in other games. He never really rotated the squad. He never made attacking substitutions. So I think it was an element of fear and a lack of trust.
Do you think he thought maybe after Gordon scored, he thought, I've got 1 foot in the door here of a World Cup final. I'm not sure whether we can go on and get that second goal. So I'm going to defend the goal we've got.
I think so, yeah. And again, that I think the underlying reason for that is fear. Is the fear that if he were to go up and attack, he'll leave space in behind for their attacking players because Simeone, Alvarez and Messi together could make a trifecta that can hurt you on the counter attack. But I think if you're going into these tournaments, you have one game to make it. So you might as well throw everything at it and see how quickly you can get up. I mean, even Egypt, I would say, gave Argentina a harder game because they kind of went for it. And yes, they lost in the end, but they lost gloriously. Whereas I think England went out on a whimper, and that does more damage overall, I think, to morale than if they had gone out, scored 2, and let's say Argentina did still peg back 2 goals and then win in extra time. At least you can go off the pitch and go, listen, lads, we did everything we can. But Messi is inevitable. I think that would have been a better way to bow out. But the way that you did, with almost showing cowardice, which is not a word I use lightly, I think that says writing on the wall. And if you can get Pep in, one of the things that, and I know Tuchel's renewed and staying, but if you could get Pep in the long term, that's something that I think he would change because he's not a scared manager. He's somebody that goes, right, I want to win a football match. And that's what England needs. Yeah,
I agree, Berman. Thank you for coming on this morning, mate. Pleasure as always. Much. Cheers.
Likewise.
Thank you.
Take care.
Well, great conversation so far. Big T and Berman have thrown in. Come on today. Don't forget, come up, give us your 5 minutes. If you get a chance to come on, please do not swear though. Right, I'm going to get Jonesy on next. It takes him a little while to connect, so I'm going to press that and play the jingle now.
The Kev Paul Breakfast Show, 5-minute phone in.
Good morning, Jonesy. How you feeling, mate?
Disappointed, gutted, a bunch of other words I could use. I think, do you know what? I think just on back of what Berman said about Trent, having Trent there, the problem for me was not even having someone like that there, because you can have Trent there. The problem is Kane coming deep, Bellingham. If he ran in behind, it was isolated. So you've got not runners who are going to run in behind. And that's where Trent and lots of other players like him are good. If Trent picks a ball up and he looks up and no one's running behind, then he's going to end up losing it. And then you're back on. He's going to end up kicking it on to no one. The problem was the substitutions are just, for me, weird. And I think, for me, if you look at, as soon as he made that sub after the hydration break and he brought Konza on for Gordon, the players' then mindset is, he wants us to sit back and defend because you made a defensive change. Yeah. This is where I'm looking at him. And I'm pretty shocked as well because I never expected him to do what he's done with the substitutions. And he's a bit of a hypocrite, Tuchel, because he talks about the last tournament about the players Euro 2004, and his quote was they were more afraid to drop out the tournament than having the excitement and hunger to win it. Well, yesterday we looked afraid, and exactly what I think Tabrice said about Messi. You give Messi the space he got, and he again, he put a brilliant ball to McAllister where he headed it unmarked. Keep with a brilliant save from Pickford.
Yeah,
We hit then Rodrigo de Paul put a brilliant ball in, hit the post. Messi put another ball in where they got headed across goal and Stones cut it out. So you got warning signs, and
I mean, theoretically, we could have lost 4-1 last night, could we? So,
yeah, and look, it's different. People go, but he worked against Mexico, but ex-Mexico. You go against Norway. In the end, they take off Haaland. There's no one to fear. And look, I think Berman said, what arguably for me is the greatest footballer that's ever lived. I've ever seen in my life, Messi.
yeah.
When you give him the space, this is different. This is not a young kid for Mexico. This is not Odegaard. This is a Lionel Messi. And he got punished. And, it's just... And like my brother mentioned as well, Kobe Mainu. Kobe Mainu, you want control of the game. Bring on Kobe Mainu. You want to get offered something. And the thing is, when you bring a player on and he's going to end up running in behind, you give the centre-back something to think about. They might drop 10 yards and think, oh, shit, we've got to be careful here. Because he's run off twice now. Where they wasn't scared because they knew as soon as they got the ball, Kane's on our edge of our own box. He's not going to go past anyone. He's not the quickest. Bellingham is a ball carrier. He's not going to run in behind. Jed Spence, again, he kind of tied out towards the end of the game. There was nothing. We had no attack or nothing. And as much as I don't like to say it, because I do like Tuchel, I agree what Berman said. It was cowardly. It was a cowardly act. And, I think I'd still keep him. But if he does, he's got one more tournament. If he does the same again, then I'll be on the train of, he has to go.
Have we just replaced like for like with Southgate and him? Or do you think he does bring more than Southgate?
I think he brings a little bit more, but again, I do get people's points about Southgate because he was, I think yesterday, previous games it wasn't, like the Norway game and the Mexico game, I don't think Southgate would have done what Tuchel would have done, but this game, Tuchel done what Southgate done.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, defending a lead at 80 minutes is understandable, but to defend a lead after actually just scoring in the 56th minute or whatever it was, that to me, like you said, John, is cowardly.
Our goal silenced the fans, and at that point, I thought we were playing better than them anyway. Why wouldn't you push on and try and get that second goal? Yeah, I mean, it's all ifs, buts, and maybes now. But what if you had been in charge of that game, James? Oh, sorry, the squad. Who would you have brought over certain players who are in that team?
Well, who not there?
Yeah, who would you bring in and change one out, say, or a couple?
Yeah, I'm probably looking at probably a Trent maybe, especially when Reece James goes off injured, and you've got the ability of Trent Scott. But then it's like I said, just it's all having Trent. If you've got no runs in behind, That's why Trent was brilliant for you because you had Salah running behind, but you had Firmino dropping deep. He dropped deep. Mane running behind. You had runners. If Salah and Mane kept coming towards the ball and never running behind, and Trent got it, Trent's useful to no one.
Yeah.
Because he's a brilliant passer of the ball. Same goes for Kevin De Bruyne or even Messi. If Messi picks that ball up and no one's running, then Messi's going to do nothing because what can he? For me, it was a poor show, and we just got what we deserved.
Final question, and you got over a minute to talk about this. Going into the Euros in a couple of years' time, if Tuchel's still at the helm, and he's obviously would have learned from his players and what he's got around him, can we go on and win the Euros? Or are we going to struggle there as well?
I don't know. I think we'll probably get being around it, semi-final potentially. Maybe could get to a final. I think he has to get to a final because in Southgate's second tournament, he got to the Euro final. So you have to match him if you want to equal him, or better off, you have to win it.
Yeah.
And just one final point. I was trying to speak on this before I jump off.
Go on, mate.
Just back to the game. The one thing that again is, I think we're talking about Cowley. This definitely backs my point, and many people's point about calling him a coward. After they scored, so after we scored, until they scored, we had 12% possession.
Yeah.
Now, if that's not sitting back and being ultra defensive and not offering nothing, and we had like one shot that got blocked, and that's it in that time. In 20 minutes, we had one shot and it got blocked. So that is a definition of cowardly.
Cheers, Jonesy. Thank you for coming on this morning, mate. Pleasure as always. Cheers, mate. Just quickly, could one of the moderators do a poll for me? Should Tuchel stay or go? Just put it up for 5 minutes, please. That'd be great. Right, let's get back to the phone lines. Next, I'm going to get Cluffy on and get his thoughts on this.
The Kev Paul Breakfast Show. 5-minute phone in.
Morning, Steve.
Morning, you okay, both of you?
Morning,
Yeah,
Steve.
mate. What did you make of last night's game?
Because like you, Paul, and like Kev, we've been around a good old few years.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen it all happen many times.
Yes.
With England. I think if you go back to the last, I think I'll go from 2018, the semi-final against Croatia. We scored in the first 2 minutes. We then did the same thing as we did last night. We ended up losing 2-1 in extra time. Euro final in 21, we scored early, 2 minutes, did exactly the same again. Spain, 2 years ago, we equalised. We've been sat on the back foot. We decided, we'll have a bit of a go now because it's getting last 20 minutes. We scored, Palmer scored. We then retreated and Spain went, oh, thanks very much, bang, goal, done. Same again last night. I'm going to take it from last night from 55 minutes. Sorry, Alex, I don't agree with what you were talking about earlier on the chat. I'm not sure exactly when they had their first chance, but I think it was before that first hydration break, just before the hydration break in the second half, when Pickford got down and scooped it away with his right hand.
Yeah.
Then they came out after that. England had the same idea again. Obviously, made the sub, didn't he? He brought Konza on at right back. He made the sub, took his goal scorer off. And then I'm thinking, hey, we've basically got 6 defenders on here. We're in deep trouble. If these score, we're in deep trouble here, because then you've got 3 subs maybe to go. How are you gonna deal with it? From going from basically doing nothing to getting on the front foot, nigh on impossible. Once you lose control of any football match, it's very, very difficult to get it back.
Yeah.
And with England. What Messi did, he's very, very clever. If you look at the second half as just a half, he basically never got taken off him. He was going around people like they weren't there.
Yeah.
But the cleverness of him, and he is a wonderful, wonderful footballer. He's probably up there with the very, very best of all time. Yeah. He's got to be, because of what he's doing. With it,
Steve.
What he's doing now, mate, he defies description. It really does. So what Messi did, he thought, right, where's the space? It's on England's right-hand side. Yeah. Sorry, you know what I mean? Left-back area, should I say. Their right-hand side. Yeah. So what he did, he pulled onto that side of the pitch and basically dictated the game from there. Obviously, he kept coming into the middle, playing little 1-2s, and then he was swinging cross after cross after cross was coming in. There was one player on that Argentina team who came on as sub, and I thought, you know what? If I'm Iriola sat at home, I'm looking at him, that DePaul. I don't know his first name, but DePaul, his name is. You think he was wearing the number 7 shirt. He was dynamite, he was. And I thought, what a player he is. I've no idea who he plays for, don't know nothing about him, but he really impressed me, he did. I thought he was wonderful, him.
Yeah.
He played a massive part in their resurgence. So you've got Enzo. He knows our players because he plays against them. He's had 2 or 3 pot shots at goal. So we then decide to give him another pot shot. Well, he ain't missing the 3rd time. In it goes. And then when he put 9 minutes up, I thought, we're in trouble here. They'll score again, because we just wave after wave of attack. We just had no outball. We had nobody in behind. You probably would have looked at Ollie Watkins or somebody like that. Somebody could run in behind. We had no outball for 100%. We were going nowhere.
I just couldn't get over yesterday how many balls come down that right-hand side, yet no one went close to stopping balls coming in from over that side. And you know, they were just literally saying how well Messi manages his games now by he knows when to walk and he knows when to run, he knows when to sit in space. And that's all he was doing on the right-hand side. And we were letting him do it. So is it any wonder we ended up losing the game?
I know Chelsea fans look at Tuchel as a bit of a messiah for what he did for them. I can understand he won Champions League and this and that and the other. But we beat you in 2 cup finals, Tuchel, when Klopp was manager. You know what I mean? Let's be right about it. So, you know, like we look at Klopp, he's a messiah to us, modern day Shankly to us. Of course he is, and he always will be. But when you look, what we brought him in for supposedly was so when we got in this situation, he was to get us over the line. Obviously, the players have got to get you there as well. But honestly, that for me was worse than Southgate. For me, in a lot of ways, it was worse because with Southgate, you sort of knew what was going to happen with Southgate.
Yeah.
Whereas that last night was a bit of a surprise, I thought. Obviously, I didn't see the game against Mexico because it was in the middle of the night. And there was a reason for that. We got Kwanzaa sent off, so I understand that. But that last night, you give him Messi what he does on the first goal. He gets a corner, they get a corner, he plays it to the edge of the box, to his mate, he passes it back to him, he then passes it to Enzo. Enzo had already moved himself into position more centrally and smashes it home. You know, and on the second goal with Jed Spence, I thought he was England's best player. I thought he was really good.
He played a great game last night. Yeah,
I thought he played with his heart. He played with his head. He played. I think he just ran out of gas. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
And as you see Messi go towards that side of the pitch for the second goal before he crossed it in, Jed Spence pulled up and then he'd lost it then. And obviously O'Reilly was there, but he wasn't really there. And he swung it in with his other foot and he couldn't miss. He just couldn't miss. And I went to my lad who was here, said, that's it, job done. Yeah. Because it really was a massive disappointment, I think, for everybody, really.
Cheers, Steve. Thanks for coming up this morning, mate.
No problem.
We'll catch up with you later. Cheers, mate.
Yeah,
all the best.
Okay, lads.
Thank you.
Ta-ra.
Cheers. Right, the poll has ended, guys, and 70% of you think Tuchel should leave and 30% think Tuchel should stay. Thanks for doing that. Right, let me get the guest list back up. Who we got next? Up next, we got DJ Maddox.
The Kev Paul Breakfast Show, 5-minute phone in.
Good morning, DJ. How you doing, mate?
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
It's a morning. It's not a good one.
It's not a good one, no. What did you make of last night?
I you know what? I wasn't surprised, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't surprised. I think I come on here and I did actually say that England won't do anything. I just think that I first thought it was the selection. I don't think it's the selection so much now. I just think it's him.
Right.
Thomas Tuchel. I think it's him. I think he left a lot of key players at home, which for me we could have dealt with last night. You know what I mean? Trent being one of them.
Yeah.
You need an outlet. There was not one outlet that I could actually say that actually made a difference other than the goal. Other than Rodgers pass to what do you call him? The Barcelona player now. The new Barcelona player, I forget his name now. But that was it. We really didn't do anything. We didn't create. We didn't have an outlet. And when we defended, we just kicked the ball away, just willy-nilly. There wasn't a plan. There wasn't an idea.
Yeah.
Paul for Argentina. I thought he was a man of the match. To be honest with you, I mean, I know obviously Messi and the goal scorers were doing numbers and everything else, but I honestly thought Paul was the man of the match.
Yeah.
There was, I think from the word go, if you knew, I think the whole nation, the whole world knew that Argentina are a team that they use dirty tactics. They're filthy in their gameplay. I mean, look, we got McAllister crying out loud. And you know, he's always been about that, like, even for Liverpool. So we obviously we knew the assignment, but from the word go last night, we did not pick up. We didn't get at them. They got at us for 20 minutes. They literally got at us. Why didn't we have the balls to stand up and get back at them? But what did we do? We had 6 defenders on the pitch last night. I can't blame nobody else but Thomas Tuchel. I can't blame anybody else. Really
at the end of the day, he's got to shoulder that blame, hasn't he? He's the one who tells them how to play.
I don't think the players had a bad game. Your last caller made a good point. I think Jess Spence did. He did phenomenal until the last closing minutes of the game. That, you know, he kind of run out of steam a little bit, but he ran his heart out. Most of the team did. Bellingham did. Kane even tried to be. I understood what Kane was doing. Just pull back, let the defenders come to get him, so leaves the space for any of the runners to exploit. But none of these things was happening. Nothing. Yeah. We were terrorized. We were bullied. Everything, and it was frustrating. It was sad to see, to be honest. Sad to see. I don't blame the players. I blame Thomas Tuchel for that.
Yeah.
That's his shout.
Like I asked the other guys, how do you think we will do going into the Euros in 2 years' time if Tuchel's still at the helm?
I'm about giving chances. I'm about giving chances. I think he'll probably, if he's a good manager that everybody says he is, I think he'd learn from this. I think he'd learn from this World Cup, and maybe strategically do a lot better than what he did for this tournament. I believe in giving him a second chance. I don't believe in just getting rid of him. I know it was like 70% of your viewers basically want him out. You don't want him out. To the 70% of your viewers, if you want him out, who is the next person in charge? Gareth Southgate? You're going to put Gareth Southgate back in there? What are you going to do? You're going to get Glenn Hoddle? What about Alan Shearer?
God, no.
Wayne Rooney? Yeah? We've got nothing. So because we've got absolutely nothing, I think getting rid of Thomas Tuchel would be a bad mistake. At least learn from his mistakes and see how he feels going through. Yeah. Yeah? I think you should keep. I think you should keep him on as the mistakes that he's made as he is. I think you should really pay more attention to the players that he's got around him, and making sure that the key players are not left home.
Yeah. Cheers, DJ. Thanks for coming on this morning, mate. Pleasure as always.
Take care. Take yourself. Make sure.
Have a good one. You too, mate. Bye.
All right.
Right, let's get another caller on. I am getting through you all as quick as I can.
The Kev Paul Breakfast Show. 5-minute phone in.
Good morning, Alex. How are you, sir?
Morning. You okay?
Well, Alex.
Yeah, not bad, mate. You?
Yeah, could be better, but it's one of them, innit?
It is, mate.
But yeah, last night's performance. Obviously, I'm going to echo everyone's pretty much what they've said. We was on top till obviously just after we scored. Really, it should have. If you wanted to have gone defensive, I understand why you wanted to go defensive, but still put someone with speed at the top end of the pitch with regards to, you know, a Watkins. I don't know why he's not played him all tournament pretty much. You know, or a Rashford, or keep Gordon on, and someone just to give another thought of, you know, they can't commit, because they had 11 men pretty much in our half of the field last night. So it was like, what are we doing? Like, we're just asking for the trouble. So yeah, it was just a bit of a bad performance on the, you know, and I don't think we've been great, to be fair, all tournament. We've rolled our luck quite a few times, and then obviously last night it's paid off with regards to getting beat.
Yeah. Well, where would you go from here with England? What needs to change?
I don't know. I said this in the comments before. I don't know who. We've obviously, you know, there's a couple of players that are now going to go into the Euros. at 33, 34. You've got then obviously the Kane, which will be 35, 36 potentially into the World Cup. So is there really now a standout performer? That's a number 9 for England going into the Euros.
Yeah.
Apart, Watkins is touching 30 as well. So, they're all aging.
Yeah.
So I would keep Tuchel because I don't think there's anyone else better at the moment apart from.
Yeah, I think the last caller was spot on with that. Yeah.
Yeah, there's Pep around, but is he going to really take over after 10 years at City within a year? Like, he's not going to do that. It's not going to happen. So yeah, we think we just need to go into the Euros and go again. If we don't win it, then we can get rid of him. Maybe in 3 years' time, Pep will say yes to England, but we don't know.
Yeah, I mean, come the next World Cup, it could look very, very different to players available. You're going to have players like Ngamoa who will be then into their early 20s. Sadly, Kane probably won't be at the next World Cup. So we're looking for a new striker to come up and step into his shoes. There's a lot could happen in the next 4 years, didn't there?
Yeah, you're going to have Saka as well. Saka will be, 26? So,
yeah, be hitting prime years then, won't he, hopefully?
Yeah, that's what I mean. So, and then obviously you got Madueke as well, unfortunately, which will be in prime as well. And Rice will be just a bit older. But I think last night, with regards to the game, do you think maybe Anderson getting a yellow card when he did tried to cost him? Because I think Messi wasn't really in the game. And you could tell that Anderson was told just to sit on Messi. Every time he went forward, Anderson dropped in and made sure that he couldn't do anything. And as soon as he got that yellow card, he kind of took 5 yards back. And obviously, as soon as you give him Messi 5 yards, it's like you're asking for trouble. So I think the yellow card kind of cost him. But yeah. Move on now to the Premier League. Hopefully, it's
that's only 4 weeks away, isn't it? Something like that, 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah,
that'll soon rattle round. And obviously, we've got. I know your club's going to strengthen. I know Liverpool will. It's been very quiet in the transfer market as a whole so far because of the World Cup. But I think in the next 3 or 4 weeks, that's got to ramp up big time. So there'll be plenty to talk about on the breakfast show, that's for sure.
I was talking to Mikey about it the other day, and he said that Bunani is pretty much nailed on to City, apparently, with Romano. So, Mikey's a bit upset with that one. But, yeah. I'm
just interested to see what Liverpool do going forward on. Do they replace the wingers or get replace Salah at least? And I still think we need a bit of work done to our back line, but that's something to talk about another day. Cheers, Alex. Thanks for coming on this morning, mate. I'll speak to you soon. Have a good one. Let's just drop Alex there. Cool. Right. We are just gone past 10:15. Actually, we're closer to 20 past. Still 40 minutes of the show to go today. So come and have your say. And up next, we've got Mikey.
This will be interesting.
The Kev Paul
Don't swear, Mikey.
5-minute phone in.
Morning, mate. How you doing?
Listen, this is why I didn't want to come up, because not swearing to explain what happened last night is horrendous.
You could do it, Mikey. You could do it. Just take a deep breath.
I was in Kev's live watching it, and I said, "You know exactly what's coming."
Yeah.
We've done it all through the tournament. We've gone up against Mexico, Croatia, where we've took the lead. We're only a goal in, and we've put attacking players on, and we've gone for it.
Yeah.
What was last night all about?
Yeah. I was sat at home saying the same thing, if I'm honest.
Argentina were there for the taking. We got the goal, and that's it. We had the ascendancy.
Yeah.
But Gareth Southgate took his wig off, and out we come.
It's like an episode of Scooby Doo. He's unmasked at Southgate.
And this is why I said, we are the only nation that rewards failure. I'm hearing people, you should stay. This is why the elite countries get further in tournaments, because they don't accept failure.
Yeah.
Anyway, listen, Deschamps already going, but he'd have probably been sacked.
Yeah.
Where we just decide to keep managers, it's baffling, honestly. I think we've limped through the tournament. The selection we can now talk about because we're out. Yeah. Saka and Madueke was shocking.
Madueke should have been in that, nowhere near that team.
Didn't deserve to be there.
No.
Right, we all say Foden doesn't deserve to be there because he's been crap for City and stuff, and he's not very good for England. Tell me a tournament where Saka's performed.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to be the Premier League champion star boy on the right-hand side. Well,
Yeah.
I'm not being funny. He's not done anything this tournament.
No.
Oh, it's just stressful, man. I'd have took Trent, me, and I'd have played Trent on the right.
Yeah. That's a
Because
fair
at least
comment,
you've got-
Mikey.
At least you've got the delivery there. Kane was just a passenger last night. Didn't
Yeah.
do anything. They just cut the supply off to him. And I'm not being funny. As soon as it went 1-1, that's when I'd have brought all my attacking firepower on, and I'd have just gone for it. I'd rather go out going for the game than sit back like a bunch of cowards, which we do every single tournament. Nothing's different. Doesn't matter who manager is. We could have Pep in there. It's the English mentality. We shit ourselves.
Yeah.
And it's embarrassing, man.
Who do you think would be the right man to lead England?
Well, Pep's not going to be available in 3 years. If you think Pep's not going to have a job in 3 years, it's crazy. But I'd listen, honestly, I'd be sounding Pep out and I'd say, listen, because for me, I said it was either Klopp or Pep that I wanted as England manager.
Yeah.
Now, Klopp's obviously gone to Germany. Germany's going to cook at them Euros. Let's not cut any grass about that. Klopp's going to get them firing.
100%.
Yeah, listen, I'll be sounding out Pep. And unfortunately, if Pep says, no, I don't want it, then we've no choice because there's no English manager that's got the credentials to come in.
No.
I'm unsure about Fabregas. I've not said, I mean, it's Como. It's the Italian league. It's more or less the glorified Scottish Prem.
Yeah.
I don't rate the Serie A's not what it used to be. No. I mean, McTominay's in Italy looking like Lionel Messi.
Yeah.
And obviously, I've heard everyone, like, all the Messi lovers this morning, they're just loving it. Listen, he put crosses into the fucking box. Anybody can do that. The one person for me who changed the game for Argentina was that Nico Gonzalez when he come on.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah,
Wasn't
he
he?
was
Yeah.
a nightmare, wasn't he?
Yeah.
As soon as he came on, mate, he just bullied us. But I don't know, it's just stress, man. This why I'm always club over country.
Yeah. No, I understand it, mate.
Once the World Cup's done, once the final's done, after a week, we won't even be talking about this.
Yeah.
No, we'll be back to the Prem.
No. I am. The minute England get knocked out of tournaments, I lose interest in it right away. I've got no interest in the World Cup now.
Not being funny, but how can anybody sit there and do a watch along for a third place playoff? Mate, it's embarrassing. That's
I've not even spoke to the Silver Fox about this.
Please don't.
In fact, I didn't even speak to him last night after the game. I only spoke to him this morning. So,
you can't. Listen.
Is that third, fourth playoff even worth doing in the tournament?
No.
You know?
Mate, it's shocking. It shouldn't be a thing. As soon as you're out in the semis, you're out in the semis. Simple as that. Yeah. If you play on the Saturday and you lose, then you finish fourth. If you play on the Sunday and you lose in the semi, you finish third. That's how it should go. None of this fucking third, fourth place shite. I'm sorry.
He nearly got through without swearing, nearly.
I'm going to take my kids out with all England flags on and get the face painted to come third in a World Cup. Get a grip. That's something. Only fans I know that celebrate coming third, it'd be Tottenham. They'd have a trophy parade with the bronze medals.
They would.
I mean, how far they're going to go in a minute? Is it going to be? We have the playoffs for the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, the 8th places.
Well, is it because they give a bronze medal to third place today?
I have no idea, mate.
I think I've got a funny feeling they might.
They don't need to.
No, it should just be first and that's it, innit?
I mean, they don't.
I understand getting a runners-up medal, but yeah.
On the spot.
Look at the cup games. Well, in every league in the world, the cup games, you get to a semi-final, you get knocked out.
Yeah.
You get a runners-up medal, you get a winners' medal, and you get a trophy in the final. That is it.
I think the only reason they do it is for money.
Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah, it's all about the money, isn't it? Definitely. Okay, Mikey, thanks for coming up this morning, mate. Pleasure as always.
Welcome,
cheers, mate. Thank you. Right, I've still got technical issues with the clock today on screen. It does this now and again. I think it's my computer when it's using all the RAM. I will get back to the phone line in a sec. We'll just let that tick down. Watch along for third and fourth place, Kev. Saturday, or shall we just have the evening off?
We'll have the evening off, mate.
I might take Becky out. We'll go and have a drink somewhere and forget about it. Does it matter if we beat?
Mikey, do a quiz, mate, on Saturday.
Yeah, there you go. Do a quiz because we ain't beating France anyway, and and if we did, we beat France to finish third. Does it really matter?
No. I'm done with the World Cup now. I'm done.
I am. Me too, mate. Do you know what? I'm so glad I made this decision. Like I say, about 10 years ago, I got to about 40, and I just become very cynical with England. Every tournament, they would break my heart, and it would be like your first crush dumping you, and I'd be hollow and angry for days, and I just don't do it anymore. I don't put myself through it anymore. So, right, the clock has ticked down. Let's get back to the phone lines. Up next, we got Tony, and then we got Runar if he's still in here, and we got Luke to go as well. Let's do this.
The Kev Paul Breakfast Show. 5-minute phone in.
Good morning, Tony. How are you?
Morning, chaps. I went to see me local councillor yesterday, and I said to him, "We're going to lose."
Yeah.
and he said, "Why do you think that?" I said, "We're just not good enough."
Because it's England. It's England.
I was half expecting what you were saying. I was half expecting at the end, Tuchel to take the mask off and Southgate and say, "I am back."
That's what it felt like, wasn't it? It certainly felt like that.
Yeah, a bit of a Scooby-Doo moment.
Yeah.
Going on, who should we have? How about having, I know he's getting on a bit, but how about the Real Madrid manager who's just packed up and gone?
Alonso? Is that Chelsea?
No, not Lonzo. The old bloke. What
Arbeloa.
Ancelotti.
Yeah, precisely. He would have done a better job.
Yeah, he's at Brazil.
Yeah, but going on.
Oh, Ancelotti. Yeah, he's a great manager.
Yeah, but every manager we've had, yesterday, the manager what we had, defender. Southgate, defender. We're picking defenders as managers. Now, last night, hydration break should have been, we're under the cosh a little bit. We can see it's the Messi show in the second half.
Yeah.
Bring on Tony. Bring on Watkins. But no, it leaves it for 4 minutes, then brings on Tony. What can you do in 4 minutes?
Yeah, he left it late, didn't he, to change it up?
It needs about 10 minutes at least for players to get up to speed. Not 4 minutes. 2 minutes of that was probably getting up to speed. Then he left 2 minutes. You can't do anything.
No, it's pointless. So the kitchen sink at it. See, why bring on a defender when you could have brought on another midfielder who could defend and help close the gaps down in that midfield area, and also potentially go forward when we can attack, create something from there, from the midfield, not from the back line. Just doesn't make sense.
Love them or hate them, Trent would have been better off being there, and also the United player,
Mainu.
What's his name?
Kobe Mainu.
No, the one what weren't picked.
Are you talking about Slabhead?
Yeah, he'd have been better off going there.
He couldn't go, could he? Because of his record.
He's got a criminal record, hasn't he?
Got a criminal record.
I don't think I think they were worried he wouldn't get in.
Okay. He would have got into America, but not to Canada.
No, I think it was America he wouldn't have gotten into. Canada's quite liberal.
No, but Canada, the bloke who's on party, he couldn't play in Canada.
Yeah, but that's different. Party's on a rape charge, isn't he?
Yeah, he weren't allowed to play in Canada. But he can play in America. Players going forward to the next tournament. You got to pick some Liverpool players.
We ain't got anybody good enough.
How about Elliot?
He's not good enough.
He's not good enough. Way not good enough.
Engamoa might get into the squad in the next tournament. But
if Elliot can't get into that Villa team, how do you expect him to get into an England team?
I'd still take him.
Yeah, you're not. It's not plugging the problems, though, is it? I think it's creating problems.
Yeah, but Ingamoa last night he would have just bombed and bombed and bombed. He's got no fear. He's got no fear at all.
All right, Craig. Sorry, Tony. Thanks for coming up this morning. That is your 5 minutes, sir. Speak to you soon. Cheers. Right, we've got half hour to go and still 2 people in the line to get on. And if you want to come up, there's time to get you on as well. Let's up next. We got Luke, and then we got Runa.
The Kev Paul Breakfast Show. 5 minute phone in.
Morning, Luke. How you doing, mate?
Morning.
What was your thoughts on last night?
Yeah, I'm alright. Apart from how much I don't like Enzo Fernandez. I don't. He rubs me up the wrong way.
Does he?
I swear he pokes Anderson in the back of the head also.
Yeah. That was to get a reaction out of him.
They
were, especially in that first half. Argentina were playing quite dirty football at times. Number 17, who's he? He's a right cheeky chap, let's say. I wasn't happy with the way he was playing for them.
Yeah.
But
correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, sorry.
Go on, Luke.
I think there was I was watching, I saw a clip, and then they did a banner, a political banner. I thought you're not allowed to do that.
That's in the Premier League. I'm not sure about the World Cup.
I think the World Cup. Yeah, but they did it was a flag. It was a political flag about the wall thing, whatever it is, which I don't know what it was.
Okay. Well, what did you make of England's performance?
Because that's just... It was alright. We were just
Simeon, yeah.
Yeah, I think we were okay, but I feel there were some good players, Gordon and Spence.
Yeah, Spence had a great
was linked
game.
with Liverpool yesterday.
Was
he
he?
linked
That'd be
Liverpool
nice.
yesterday.
I'd have him.
I wouldn't have an issue with that. He's got some. He's quick. I won't lie.
No, he's a decent little player. I was saying the Falklands was Argentinian. It's never been the Falklands. Argentina's never owned the Falklands, has it?
I don't know what it's about. I'm not very that educated on it, so I just try to.
It goes back to a war when I was a young lad, Luke. It's a little island. That's quite close to Argentina, but it's been under British rule for hundreds and hundreds of years.
Yeah, but I read something yesterday which kind of worried. It was like I went up. Do you know when the group stage happened, the draw?
Yeah.
They weren't originally supposed to be in Group J, Argentina.
Right.
And it was live, and then it got changed or something. But they was never given a reason why it was changed.
Oh.
That's just what I've read, but
doesn't really matter what group you're in. You got to get out your group and into the knockout stages, isn't it? Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I just I am in the Tuchel out camp, by the way.
You're in Tuchel out as well. Who would you replace him with then, Luke?
I know. That's the question. It's like saying who do I don't. To be honest, and yes, we haven't got a lot of. There aren't a lot of options.
Yeah,
I get it. Do you know what I mean? There's not a lot. You look at Eddie Howe, which is he?
Would you prefer an English manager or a foreign manager?
I don't think it matters as long as he does the job. I don't think it bothers me.
Right.
Too much.
Yeah, don't bother me.
Ideally, I don't. It's just I'm more of a. I don't mind who it is. I I'd be okay if it was Luis Enrique, but that's never going to happen. So
no, that's true. All right, Luke. Well, thanks for coming up this morning, mate, and giving us your thoughts. And we'll speak to you soon. Cheers, buddy.
Okay.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you.
Right, up next we've got Runa, new caller.
The Kev Paul Breakfast Show, 5-minute phone in.
Good morning, Runa.
Good morning. This might be funny for you because I'm Norwegian and English. My English is very poor. And
no, you're okay. You're doing well, mate.
Not even my second language, which is Swedish. And yes, also I'm suffering from panic disorder, generalized anxiety. I've done for 25 years.
I've suffered with that myself, mate, so I know how that feels.
I'm shaking like a leaf here.
You're fine, mate. You're fine. Take a nice breath and relax, mate. You're all good.
Yeah, we're all nice people here, mate.
Yeah, we're all nice people.
Yes. It's about, England are quite better than us, obviously. And we beat Brazil and...
well-deserved win as well.
Yeah,
you deserve that, and you played really well.
We got Haaland, and he's a giant striker, of course. But what do you think about the cable spider cam thing in against England? And also, I think VAR is coming to the smaller countries' disadvantage when it's the situation. I don't know. What do you think about that?
Is VAR in Norway at the moment?
Yes, but a B version, not such as in the World Cup, but in the first league and the cup final, Norwegian Cup final. Not in the.
How do Norwegian fans see VAR? Is it a good thing, or like us, we're not keen on it?
Bad.
Yeah.
Because you see God's hand, Maradona, 86.
Yeah.
You see mistakes can happen, faults are being made, but in the end, it's like I mean, it comes out good and bad for every team in longer term, I think.
Yeah.
So this is going crazy, and using VAR even on corner kicks, and that's it's like crazy. It's going too far, I think, and also Englishmen and Norwegian are not being known for divers like they are in maybe the Southern America, Argentina, especially Brazil, Neymar. They are not divers. But Elliot Anderson also fell like lightning had struck him in the penalty area. But Norwegians also do that. So that's not the case. But I feel so sorry for England because 60 years.
It's dragging now.
64 now. But how about the Euros? You won that, haven't you?
No, England's never won the Euros.
Got to the final.
The only tournament we've ever won was the World Cup in '66. Before my time.
But 28 is in England, Wales and Scotland, isn't it?
28. Sorry, what was that for?
28. You are hosting the Euros.
Oh yes, the Euros. Yeah.
And also about that's not maybe an issue in corruption and Infantino. We call him Corruptino, Mr. Corruptino. But UEFA is not FIFA, so I really don't hope the corruption
FIFA
is
so corrupt at the moment. And have been for many years.
But is UEFA that? I hope not.
Well, hopefully not. Who's in charge of UEFA? Do we know?
Someone from Slovenia with a very difficult name with itch.
Don't make me say it then. My pronunciations are terrible with names. Runa, who's your club team? Who do you support other than your nation?
Oh, that's maybe Arsenal.
Oh, okay.
Not City, because only kids who's growing up here because of Holland.
To be honest with you, you really need to change that to Liverpool.
But whenever I've also been a compulsive gambler. Stopped 5 years ago, and I was into Shrewsbury and Lincoln and Port Vale.
No wonder you were losing money.
Luton and homestand and home. It was like crazy, and the bank always win at the end. I can promise you that.
Yeah, good, very good. Important message to say there, Runa. Yes, mate. Carry on.
What do you think of Holland?
Holland.
Yeah.
Great football nation. I can't believe again a team that's never won the World Cup, been in 3 finals, I believe, never got it over the line. Yeah.
No.
We can't even get to a final.
But it's that's crazy. But he's only he's a striker. He doesn't. He's not so all round. But he's just at the point where the ball can come and he is putting it into.
Oh, apologies! You said Haaland. I thought you said Holland. My apologies. I thought you said Holland.
But it is Erling Braut Haaland.
Haaland, yes. Sorry, Haaland, yes. No, I mean, who wouldn't want Haaland in their team? I mean, he was born here. Why couldn't he play for England?
Haaland. It is Haaland.
Haaland. No, sorry, I honestly thought you said Holland. My apologies.
No, he's a striker. He's always in the penalty area, and he's where the ball is coming in.
You know, he's actually a little bit like Messi in the way that he knows when to walk and he knows when to run.
He's got an amazing football brain. He's phenomenal. I've never seen a striker like him.
Never runs in offside either. So,
I mean, the amount of goals he scores and the different styles of goal he has in him is unreal.
Yeah, and
and the way he gets a leg to the ball in unnatural positions, he's phenomenal. I mean, Norway, you've got, all the time you've got Haaland in that team, you never know.
What's your favourite team in England?
Liverpool.
We all support Liverpool. Well, not all of us, but me and Kev support Liverpool. So we do a football show Monday to Friday. So make sure you come back, Runa. Be good to speak to you again, mate.
It's the number one national, international club league. That's for sure Premier League.
Cheers, mate.
Yes,
thank you.
Yes.
Well,
have a good day, mate.
That is your 5 minutes, Runa. Thank you very much for coming up, and well done. You've done brilliant, mate, for your first call in. Well done.
I'm breathing.
You are. Hopefully, we'll speak to you again soon.
Thank you so much.
Cheers, Runa. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Cheers.
What a great call that was. I love it when we speak to someone new. And not in this country. That's always nice as well. Yeah. So well done, Runa. Make sure you're following the Cop Artist and me down in this little box, the Anfield 90, and the main channel as well. Good man. Cheers. We'll speak to you again very soon. Right, up next, we've got Vortex, if he's coming up. Is that right, Vortex? You want to come up? And then Jimmy as well. And remember, guys, please don't swear.
The Kev Paul Breakfast Show, 5-minute phone in.
No, Vortex didn't want to come up, so we'll have Jimmy. Morning, Jimmy.
Oh, God.
Have you got an emotional hangover?
What happened? What happened yesterday?
It all went Pete Tong, didn't it?
The moment we went 1-0 up, I thought, we've got this. We've done them. And my assumption was that Tuchel would have gone, right, just do the same what you just did then. Just keep on
get at it again. Yes, Jimmy.
Go at them.
You're the first person to come on today and say that. Why didn't we just bloody go for it then and put your foot on the gas?
But then he went, nah, mate. As soon as he I was sitting in the pub, and I was sitting down with my mates. And as soon as I saw him bring on Konza, was it Konza he brought on first for Gordon? I was that's a mistake. Because every game that I've watched if you'd watched Argentina every previous game before that, there are teams that have done exactly the same as what we've done. Like Egypt did exactly the same when they were 2-0 up.
Yeah.
And you can't give them opportunities because Argentina have so much quality that it's too, do you know what I mean? It's difficult, isn't it? Like you've got Messi, and they kept them doing the same thing as well with Messi, passing it down to the right. He was swinging it in, and they were getting goals, right?
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they did.
And shooting from outside the box as well, which we
and
did.
shoot from that Enzo Fernandez.
Yeah, brilliant.
I think they should have had a lot more yellow cards. They should have been on a lot more yellows than they were.
Yeah.
Which I think was slightly unfair. Like, I think Enzo Fernandez should have been sent off by like the 30th minute. The amount of stuff he did.
And Simeone.
And Simeone, yeah.
He was playing really dirty, Simeone.
And I really hope that they get sanctioned for holding that banner at the end of the. And I don't know if you've seen that on social media.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
Luke just spoke about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think regardless of how you feel about it, if you're pro or against it, you don't bring the politics because if you bring other politics into football, if you said something about Donald Trump on a T-shirt in the middle of the stadium last night, you'd be banned from football for 5 matches probably. Do you know what I mean?
And deported.
So why can't it be the same for them? Because you know what? And we'll all be rooting for Spain on Sunday, right? 100%.
I won't be watching it, mate. England's out. Why do I want to watch Spain versus Argentina?
I do because I'm on the sweepstake, aren't I? So.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not Spanish. I ain't Argentinian. I've lost interest in it now. But I've always felt like that.
Yeah, but I really hope they don't win it again and if they do win it, then I will be leaning on the corruption side. I will seriously leaning on it because there's something dodgy about this whole thing. They're not that good. They're rubbish.
They're not that good. Did you watch the last half hour last night?
Yeah.
But that was just because brilliant last night.
That's just because we stepped off it. If we'd have stepped on it, then we would have been fine. But anyway, I've got to go because someone's at the door. But
no worries, Jim.
Have a good day. Bye.
Okay, you too, mate. Thanks, Jim. Right, that is pretty much today's show done. I'm going to finish it 10 minutes early. There's no one else in the call. And it's been a great show. It's flowed absolutely amazingly. Well done, everyone who's come on and said their bit today. Me and Kev will be back tomorrow. I just want to thank everyone who dropped me a message yesterday to check on me. Sorry there weren't no show yesterday, but I hurt me back and I was in agony. I couldn't even sit upright all morning. It didn't ease off till late afternoon. But I'm feeling much better today, so thanks for that one. Kev, pleasure as always. Kaz, Sandra, Paul Newton, if you're in, Ed, and everyone else, thank you for modding. Everyone who sent a gift, thank you very much for that. And I will be back tomorrow, 9:30 with the Silver Fox. Until then, have a great day. Cheers, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.